More diet
to celebrate the achievements that have set our state apart. The crowd's adulation simply couldn't be contained as back-to-back AFL premiers, the Adelaide Crows, paraded with 3 other champion teams.
They brought the city to a standstill. Sporting fans from around the state made a pilgrimage to salute their heroes. It was hero worship in its most public and inspiring form.
It's great, absolutely fantastic. I mean, we've always known we got good support with our supporters, but this was just unbelievable.
You probably didn't think you'd be back here, so it's great.
A bit humble like being out here, but I know you don't experience this every day, and I'm certainly going to remember for a long, long time.
1998 will go down in history as South Australia's most successful year on the national sporting arena. The USA took the Vic out of victory.
I guess we've just got cricket and soccer to go and we'll be just the best in the whole of Australia.
I think they'll win again next year. They will.
The Crows were joined in the parade by the teams that represent South Australia in the National Basketball and Netball Leagues, all 3 victorious in this year's championships.
I'd like to think that Lightning got the ball rolling and everyone followed suit.
And aerobics world champion Patsy Tierney led the Fab Four parade. Fans lined the streets from first light, desperate to honour the idols who've made all South Australians feel like champions. Some opted for a bird's eye view, while others scaled anything they could.
The size of the crowd even outstripped last year's overwhelming turnout and rivaled the record-breaking multitude who welcomed the Beatles to Adelaide in 1964.
Well, I think it's terrific for the city, and obviously now the Crows have set a benchmark, and some of us have to try and do that.
See many people here. It's great, sensational.
Andrew McLeod, the former Northern Territorian who's become the first player to win consecutive Norm Smith medals, is still pinching himself.
No, it's not home, but it's good to be living here and be a part of this. It's great.
Malcolm Blight's appearance on the Town Hall stage fulfilled a dream he spoke of last year in the same place. This time around, the talk is of 3 in a row.
It's certainly one of the great feats of my lifetime, and as I said, we're all so proud, and let's just hope we can enjoy this one, and then who knows, we'll see how we go next year.
Andrew McLeod has become one of the AFL's hottest properties. He still struggles to accept the fact that he's the first player to win consecutive Norm Smith medals. He also couldn't believe the turnout for today's victory parade.
Oh, it's crazy, isn't it fantastic? It's unbelievable just to have the support.
McLeod carried a knee injury throughout the finals and hoped to delay surgery until after the Australian team's tour of Ireland. However, he's now decided to enter hospital this week, ruling him out of the tour. But Mark Ricciuto will make the trip. The Crows vice-captain missed last year's grand final through injury, but not this one.
Obviously, really lucky and savouring every moment.
And while the Crows continue to celebrate, there's movement behind the scenes. The club is one of 6 chasing Richmond's Ben Holland. The tall utility is understood to be disappointed with the Tigers' offer for next season and could be lured to Adelaide. And Crows big man Barry Stanfield has retired. The former Footscray player informed coach Malcolm Blight of his decision at the height of the grand final celebrations. While the Crows bask in their glory, it's down to business for the Essendon Football Club. Coach Kevin Sheedy will know his future later tonight when the board meets to discuss his position.
Kevin Sheedy arrived at Windy Hill this afternoon looking anything
their
but.
hearts, their bodies, their souls. Played on air puts everyone there to see the final score. The true colours shown, the Victorians moan, victory to the Crows once more.
Tonight following Seinfeld on 10.
It began with a thunderous cheer, one which would last the next hour, through a parade of 4 victorious teams.
So, why are you here? Because the Crows won, and we're going to make it 3 next year.
Cutting a swathe through his delirious followers, the Messiah.
I'm not going to say fantastic, it's terrific.
Helping guard the Holy Grail, the rookie captain with now 2 premierships.
Mark Bickley, how good is this?
Yeah, it's very good. Yeah, it's great to see so many people here.
Lining the trail of greatness, more than 100,000 people. Their heroes mere specks in a blizzard of ticker tape.
Oh, yeah, it's fantastic.
This is just a spectacular day. I'm immersed in a sea of red, blue and gold, the colours of South Australia. It truly is a great day to be a South Australian.
Champions feeling, champions for, we deserve to come from the next once more!
Pretty much on par with last year in terms of, obviously the win and the celebrations that have followed, and once again it's just been an amazing turnout.
It certainly has been a big week, big weekend, and yeah, it's a nice way to finish it all.
They were all there, the dual Norm Smith medalist, but where was Darren Jarman?
I believe he's sound asleep in bed.
One by one, they were delivered to the faithful. For those who know how much they deserved it, a cherished moment.
Mark will be saying in years to come, oh, your dad was a real champion or something like that. So.
The Lord Mayor presented a symbolic gesture to the Adelaide Crows, but all 4 teams had won the hearts of a city. The Crows' heart, it seems, will remain on the streets of Adelaide. Vicky Jobe, National 9 News.
But today's parade didn't only honour the Crows. South Australia's other sporting champions, the 36ers, Lightning, Thunderbirds and Patsy Tierney, were also recognised by the massive crowd.
It's these 4 trophies that have made South Australia the toast of Australian sport. And today's victory parade meant that the teams that toiled so hard to win them were collectively recognised as heroes. The Lightning proudly showing off the ultimate women's basketball prize.
Yeah, we won our grand final way back in April, so it's nice that we've been recognised all these months later.
Their male counterparts, the 36ers, were just as excited.
They said 120,000, I couldn't believe it, but this is phenomenal.
We are the 36ers, the team for one and all, the pride of South Australia, game of basketball.
And the fans were scaling new heights to recognise the netball feats of the Thunderbirds.
This is fantastic, you know, it makes everything worthwhile to see so much support from South Australia. It's magnificent.
The champions, South Australia rules!
The atmosphere here is electric. In fact, some of the athletes say this experience could be just as good, if not better, than actually winning their grand final.
Well, it certainly feels like that at the moment. It's just terrific to be a part of it all.
Joining them, the Queen of World Aerobics, Patsy Tierney.
So this is just blown me away. It's amazing.
It's fantastic. Well done by everyone.
This wasn't just a celebration for the Crows' premiership. This was a moment for all of our elite sportsmen to savour.
I'd also like to congratulate all the other teams. It's just been a great 12 months of sport in South Australia.
Some of our netballers will be back on Thursday when our Commonwealth Games athletes will be applauded for their feats. Hamish.
Woke up this morning from the strangest dream. I was in the biggest army the world has ever seen. We were marching as one on the road to the Holy Grail. Started out seeking fortune and glory. It's a short song, but it's a hell of a story when you spend your lifetime trying to get your hands on the holy.
Homage to our all-conquering Crows, as well as 3 other very deserving teams who've also snared national titles, the 36ers, Quit Lightning and the Thunderbirds, as well as aerobic world champion Patsy Tierney. It was a sea of colour, excitement and adulation. And once again, Frank Pangallo was right in the thick of it.
This is great. Sensei, great, we are the greatest, we are. Never been able to make it to any parade for anything, I've always had to work, so just 1 mark for unemployment, glad to be here today.
It was the biggest show in town today, and quite possibly in Adelaide's living memory.
Who's bigger than Santa?
The Crows.
I'm from Bullaroo and I love the Crows. I'm from Jamestown and I love the Crows as well. Woo! I'm from Bullaroo too and go the Crows! Woo! I'm from Jamestown, go the Crows!
Now, you're going to knit something special for 1999. You have to, wouldn't you?
1999. 3 in a row.
Now, we want you to sing a special song. The North Melbourne Club song.
been here the whole way. No way.
Tell me, you've been here how long?
Since 20 to 9 this morning, it was worth the wait to see my beautiful crows.
Your beautiful crows.
My beautiful crows, I love them all. We're the pride of South Australia, we're the mighty Adelaide Crows.
There was just too many to count those who turned out to honour South Australia's national sporting champions. The Quit Lightning basketball team.
Just brilliant. Bigger and better than I thought it would be. I can't wait to get to the town hall and look back and actually see how many people are here.
The Thunderbird netballers.
I can't believe it. I can't believe all these people have turned out. It's just the most exciting thing being here.
The Adelaide 36ers.
Now, what does it tell you about South Australia as a sporting state? Outstanding. Best state in the country, no doubt about it.
Aerobics world champ Patsy Tierney, and of course, mighty Malcolm Blight's Freaks, the back-to-back Premiership Crows.
It's great to be out here, though. The crowd support's fantastic, and we remember what we're doing.
Now, Blighty also wanted us to whisper something in Matty Robran's ear.
Message from Matty Robran. Oh, stay there again. I've got a message from Malcolm Blight, mate. Well, he's giving you up.
This little fellow's name is Lachlan. Now, you might have seen him before. That's him being held aloft at the MCG on Saturday.
Enjoy the game?
Absolutely. He slept through half of it in my arms with all that noise. He stayed asleep and absolutely loved it.
The rest
Fantastic.
of the time he was clapping his hands.
Yep.
And, you know.
Fantastic, yes.
Are you going to hold him up when the Crows go past?
Oh, definitely. They call him Nigel Smart.
They reckon he's a little Nigel.
Now that's dedication. You've painted your whole car on the Crows' colours.
Yes, we believe the Crows deserve anything we do, and I hope, I'm not saying it again, it always comes in three. I hope we do it again next year. We'll paint the car again.
Yeah, it's really special. It just makes it, like, it's for all of us as an individual or as a team to win is wonderful, but to do it, you know, as part of that South Australian spirit is something fantastic.
As usual, the Messiah was as laid back as ever.
Someone said the crowd was bigger than last year. I think it might have been too, actually. You know, the other three teams being involved. It was just a great day.
What does it tell you about South Australia?
Well, I suppose we're a bit parochial, really, aren't we, in some ways, but also proud of what the states and the sporting people can do.
Now, you said in the paper there, I don't know if you're correctly quoted, but you didn't think it would do much for the state. You stick by that?
Oh, no. You don't believe everything you read in the papers, do you?
Well, I said,
yeah. All you can do, I think, is, you know, we do what we do, and hopefully people can feel good about themselves, and what they do then is up to them.
Which one's more special? Last year, this year?
It's hard to compare, actually. I mean, there's different days, different times, you know. I think they're equally as good, because, I mean, the first is always special, but to actually do it a second time, of course, is, it's just equal. I really can't split them.
But you're not like some of those other olds, are you? Like Barras and all those sort of coaches. I mean, you're a different type of coach.
Oh, look, I am what I am. I don't know what that is. You know, people put tags on you like they do the footy team or club or whatever.
Well, how would you tag yourself?
If you finish this interview, I can have another beer.
Now, what would a parade be without a polly or two to rain on it? They got in for their chop of the glory too.
Prime Minister Blight, for the world and national champions, if we could bottle Malcolm Blight's magic and add it to our water supply, we could all be winners, and we will be winners.
Well, guess what, Mike? Hugo Zamorati of the all-new Moscow Circus showed us just how it's done.
Ouch. We'll be back with more right after the break.
For I recall, we were born in majesty. And when the long night has been fought and won, we'll stand in the sun, and we will raise our hands, and we will touch the sky. Together
premiership, but the celebrations are far from over. A huge crowd, estimated at more than 100,000, gathered in the city's heart to celebrate South Australia's stunning sporting success. Apart from the Crows, the Parade of Champions included the Adelaide 36ers and Lightning basketball sides and the Thunderbirds netball team.
After 3 days of celebrating, a bus seemed the best mode of transport for the Crows. But while they were weary from partying, South Australia's other sporting success stories were quickly into it.
I know that the parade was only going to be held if the Crows won, but I think, I know they have a bigger following than any of us, so I accept that, and I think it's brilliant that we're part of their win.
The Adelaide Lightning women's basketball team started the unprecedented championship run. The 36ers basketballers followed that, and the National Netball League title was carried off by the Thunderbirds. But the thousands who clamoured for a vantage point saved their wildest cheers for the back-to-back AFL premiers, the Adelaide Crows.
Oh, it's amazing. It's unbelievable. Probably a lot better than last year. Better crowd, better turnout. Wouldn't mind doing this every year if, if you can win it every year, it'd be nice to do this.
The ticker tape rained down on the players as they made their way to the town hall, the crushing crowd which swelled beyond 100,000, pushing aside thoughts of anything else but celebration.
Have you thought about the election? I think you'll be voting for the first time this weekend.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know who I'll be voting for.
Certainly Coach Malcolm Blythe could count on a few votes if he ever chose to run for office.
I mean, it's the stuff of boyhood dreams, isn't it, really? And, no, not really, but it's funny, isn't it? Just, it's a great group of blokes, and, so far it's worked out pretty well for us.
Adelaide, home to 4 sides boasting a national championship, may not finish partying for some time. Neil Cross, ABC News. Went to surgery on his troublesome knee and will miss the Australian team's tour of Ireland. Sydney's Michael O'Loughlin is also out of the tour. He'll have an operation to repair his damaged shoulder. For the past 3 days, Andrew McLeod has been enjoying Adelaide's second premiership triumph. This afternoon coming face to face with supporters. Reality, though, will set in tomorrow for the man voted best on ground in the Crows' 2 premiership wins. For several weeks, he's battled a knee problem, putting off surgery until after the grand final. But repairs to the troublesome joint can't be postponed any longer. That means he's a non-starter for the Australian team's tour of Ireland, which begins next week. Another scratching is brilliant Sydney midfielder Michael O'Loughlin. He'll have surgery on his shoulder. Port Adelaide's Nathan Eagleton and Hawthorn's Nick Holland.
Welcome to the 7:30.